Welcome back to the channel, your trusted source for expert GTA 6 mission walkthroughs. Here we break down every objective with clear step-by-step strategies so you can complete missions faster, smarter, and with fewer mistakes. Today, we're tackling No Exit from Vice City, a mission that stands out for its high tension, multiple escape routes, and relentless enemy pursuit. What makes this mission tricky is the way it constantly forces you to adapt. Enemies don't just spawn in front of you, they cut you off, flank from rooftops, and force you to make quick decisions under pressure. By the end of this video, you'll know the fastest, safest route through each phase, which weapons and vehicles give you the upper hand, and how to avoid the most common mistakes that cause players to fail this mission. Whether you prefer stealth openings, aggressive combat, or calculated escapes, I'll walk you through the best options so you can complete No Exit from Vice City cleanly on the first try. Let's break it down. The dockside warehouse is your first real challenge in this mission, and the approach you choose makes a big difference. If you prefer stealth, move along the right side of the building and stay out of the floodlights. 2 guards patrol the loading bay outside, and both can be taken down quietly with a suppressed pistol. Inside the main entrance, 3 more guards patrol the ground floor. Eliminate them one by one, staying close to cover and keeping your distance from the catwalk above. If done carefully, you can reduce the number of reinforcements triggered later. If you decide on a direct assault, be ready for heavy resistance right away. Use the cargo containers outside for cover before pushing into the doorway. 2 enemies with shotguns are posted just inside, waiting for you to rush in. The smartest move is to throw a grenade or flashbang before stepping through. Once they're down, switch back to your assault rifle and keep advancing in short bursts. Inside the warehouse, enemy placement is layered. Snipers occupy the catwalk, and they will pin you down if you ignore them. Prioritize taking them out quickly, either with precise bursts or explosives. After that, clear the ground floor systematically, moving from cover to cover and checking, behind crates where enemies tend to hide. If you push too far too fast, you'll trigger reinforcements before the area is secure, which often leads to being surrounded. The safest method is to clear every section before advancing. Once you've secured both levels, head toward the far end of the warehouse. There you'll find the target vehicle locked behind a steel cage. Interact with the control panel beside it. This action unlocks the next phase and triggers the alarm, bringing in a new wave of opposition. Activating the control panel to release the vehicle cage immediately sets off a loud alarm, and from this point, the mission shifts into a high-pressure defense. You have less than half a minute before reinforcements storm the warehouse, so preparation is crucial. The first step is to reload every weapon. Position yourself behind the steel containers near the cage, since this area offers the best protection from both sides. Before enemies arrive, plant 1 or 2 sticky bombs at the main entrance, where vehicles are likely to appear. This early setup can save time and ammo. The first enemy wave arrives in SUVs and on foot. If you've placed explosives at the entrance, detonate them as soon as the first vehicle pulls up. This removes multiple threats instantly and keeps the firefight manageable. After the explosion, focus on enemies entering from side doors. Maintain cover, use short controlled bursts, and avoid exposing yourself to crossfire. Once the ground floor is under control, scan for new hostiles dropping from the upper levels. The AI is designed to flank aggressively here, so staying in one spot too long can trap you. When the initial wave is cleared, move toward the cage again. A second interaction with the control panel fully opens the gate. Only enter the vehicle when the immediate area is safe. The mission car is a reinforced muscle car. It accelerates quickly but cannot withstand heavy damage. Avoid careless collisions inside the warehouse, since the vehicle must remain intact for the chase sequence. The most common mistake at this stage is rushing into the car while enemies are still active. If you do, they will surround you instantly, leaving no room to fight back. Always secure the area first. Once inside, a short cutscene plays showing more reinforcements arriving and enemies positioning on nearby rooftops. The pursuit phase begins immediately after. As soon as you drive the target vehicle out of the warehouse, you come under heavy fire from rooftops and elevated positions. Enemies are stationed above with rifles and 1 RPG, creating immediate danger. if you rush forward blindly. The key to surviving this stage is controlled movement. Don't accelerate hard right away. Instead, let the car roll forward slowly while you line up quick shots. The RPG enemy on the overpass is the biggest threat. Take him out first before he can launch, then eliminate the snipers on the east side rooftop. Once these targets are down, the road ahead becomes much safer. With the rooftop threats cleared, the chase sequence begins. Enemy SUVs close in from behind, firing continuously to pressure you. Resist the urge to engage every vehicle. A smarter tactic is to pop their tires during drive-bys, forcing them to crash without wasting too much ammo. Shortly after, a pickup truck will attempt to block you at the first intersection. Anticipate this move and steer slightly wide, then fire a few rounds into the driver's side to neutralize it quickly. If you hesitate here, the blockade can cost you precious health. The final part of this section is a motorcycle squad weaving aggressively through traffic. Their agility makes them harder to hit, but they are vulnerable to a single well-placed shot. Focus on stability while driving, then use short bursts to knock them down one by one. If you saved sticky bombs, dropping them behind the car during the SUV pursuit is the fastest way to clear multiple enemies at once. The most common fail point here is focusing too much on shooting and neglecting the car's condition. Remember, losing the vehicle ends the mission. Drive cautiously, eliminate only the highest threats, and keep moving forward. After the last wave, a map marker directs you toward the city escape route. Now that the rooftop ambush and first pursuit waves are behind you, the mission shifts into a prolonged escape through Vice City. The police response is far heavier than in standard missions, and you cannot rely on losing your wanted level with a simple spray shop. The only path to success is reaching the marked drop-off while staying ahead of incoming forces. Route choice plays a major role here. If you take the highway, you'll move faster, but expect multiple roadblocks and spike strips that can destroy your run instantly. The smarter option is to use side streets and alleys. These slower but safer paths limit the number of enemies and reduce the chance of getting pinned by barricades. A third option exists if you know the map well, cutting through the canal underpasses. This path bypasses one of the most difficult checkpoints, but it requires precise handling of the mission vehicle. A single mistake here can damage the car beyond recovery, so only use this route if you're confident in your driving skills. Halfway through the escape, a police helicopter joins the pursuit. Engaging it directly is a waste of time and ammo. The better strategy is to use the city itself as cover. Drive beneath overpasses, stay close to tall buildings, and break the line of sight whenever possible. The helicopter's gunfire becomes far less accurate when you constantly deny it a clear angle. As you approach the final stretch, pursuit intensity decreases. You'll still encounter scattered patrol cars, but they pose less of a threat compared to earlier phases. Stay focused on preserving the vehicle's condition, avoid unnecessary collisions, and follow the route toward the designated delivery point. Surviving this leg of the mission is all about patience, route awareness, and damage control. Arriving at the marked drop-off triggers the closing cutscene, where the target vehicle is handed over and the mission completes. At this stage, focus only on driving carefully into the marker. There are no more ambushes or hidden surprises, but reckless crashes can still damage the car enough to fail. Once the cutscene ends, your rewards are tallied. You receive a substantial cash payout, access to new high-value vehicle theft contracts, and a permanent discount on armor at Ammunition. These rewards make the mission especially worthwhile for players looking to strengthen both income and survivability. If you plan on replaying this mission, there are a few ways to streamline it further. The stealth method during the warehouse phase saves ammunition and reduces enemy reinforcements, which makes the later fight much easier. Another efficient tactic when running the mission in co-op is to assign roles. One player can focus on eliminating rooftop threats, while the other handles pursuit vehicles. Coordination in these areas significantly reduces mission time and risk. The most important takeaway is to balance aggression with caution. Many players fail this mission by rushing into the car too soon, ignoring rooftop snipers, or trying to destroy every enemy during the chase. Success comes from knowing when to fight, when to evade, and when to prioritize the vehicle's condition above all else. With the strategies outlined, you can consistently complete No Exit from Vice City with far fewer retries and much faster runs,